Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Thief 2, Shadows of the Metal Age, Blind. I am still here in the Hammerite Cathedral. I still have quite a lot to explore because there's still the entire library. Sate thy appetite on a handful things, on healthful things, and thou shalt grow tall and strong as an oak, ready to be used for great ends by the works of the builder of the hammer. Dear brother Vesnan, it is as you said, this town is filthy with tourists, though much less so at this time of year, for the place is foggy and rainy. I had hoped to find some respite away from the politics of the Mechanist versus Hammerite, but alas, it strikes forth even here. I swear I saw brother Auric, the traitor, wandering the streets, though he was not in his Hammerite attire. Perhaps he has come seeking vacation. I followed him a ways, but he disappeared off into the clothing store. Regardless, I hope things are well with you. I wish to thank you for the gentle warning you gave me about his supposed sunny port, and appreciate the guidance of which I did not take heed. I shall be certain to send you a bottle of our best ale, since I know you like to keep some for long nights at study. That, at least, is something that they do well here. Sincerely, Brother Horman. Brother Vorbis, has Bookmaster artifacts been taken by the trickster's demons? I called upon him 2 days past for assistance with a reading assignment from our epistemological hermetology course. He foisted upon me 2 entire volumes dealing with the soteriological doclestialism and non-modulistic doclestialism at that. Has the man completely lost all sense of reason? He then proceeded on a ramble about the merits of reformed eschatological revisionism in full hearing of all the library. When I admonished him that our order holds strictly to the revised eschatological progressivism, he angrily began listing every breakfast food he has eaten in the last 2 weeks. I urge you to speak with him and recommend a formal inquiry into his doctrinal fortitude. Brother Numrod. Now, Vorbis for sure, but I think Numrod possibly as well, are characters from Terry Pratchett's Smaller Gods. Brother Onum, okay. That idiot Jill. Has the man never poisoned anyone before? It was to be a simple task, yet Cavador walks around as if in the health of youth. Either Gil has bumbled the job, or Cavador is truly protected by the builder himself. The latter is hardly likely, considering his lackluster sermons as of late. This is the most curious turn of events. It seems as if the poison has only served to strengthen Cavador. I caught him returning to the compound tonight without any heavy clothing, but he seemed unaffected by the chilling wind. I can't think why he would go out in this weather without his overjacket, but I suspect it had little to do with the builder's business. He claims to have been retrieving books from the library, but when I asked him to show me the volumes he had retrieved, he scoffed and hurried on his way. The man grows more apathetic in his convictions as the days go by. It is by the builder's mercy that he will die soon, lest he receive a greater punishment for his continued complacency. Cavador is still in his prime health and has assigned me to retrieve the orb of St. Basmus from the mausoleum. He claims the leadership in the city has commanded it, but I am certain it is a plot to get rid of me. He has undoubtedly discovered my conspiracy with Jill and has planned some sort of ambush. I must be ever vigilant. He has assigned some of the new initiates to accompany me, but I am unsure as to the true spiritual state. Is it possible that Cavador has already corrupted them? This is extremely unfortunate. This madness to send me, a bishop, into the undead territory with only novices at my side. The city shall hear of this upon my return. If I cannot clear him out of the way, perhaps the order in the city will do it for me when they hear of this recklessness. Bishop Onum, please remind the other priests that there are to be no acolytes in the rear compound. The initiates must gain a clear understanding of our hierarchy, and permitting them to enter areas intended for higher-ranking members of the Order will not accomplish this task. They are too young and reckless to gain a balanced understanding of the creature comforts and pleasure that the older members enjoy in the compound. At the proper time they will be given admittance, but not until. All violators will be punished severely, both the initiate and the priest from whom he obtained the passage into the compound. High Priest Cavador. Okay, so I just looped back, I guess. In a way, that's actually good, because that means I've rather thoroughly explored this territory, and this should link with the rest of the... which just leaves the library.
Didst I hear something? I shall all have to try.
Okay, so this is just locked, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, this just goes to the other side of this, and I've been here, so I just need to go back, and then I'll be able to get into the library from the other side of the altar.
Back home. They fail to understand grateful miscreants.
Library of the Builder's Tomes.
Thought I saw something. Didst I hear something? Prepare! Who maketh such sounds as to disturb the builder's children at this hour? I know thou art there, and I shall find thee. Linger in in the shadows. I shall find thee soon enough.
Brother Onam, at the request of our beloved brother Cavador, I have collected some information on the artifacts stored in the mausoleum so long ago. Following is a list with a bit of background which should be most helpful. Be mindful of the wills of your young acolytes, as most of these items are heretical in nature. Apparently our forebears buried these brothers and their possessions far away from the city for just this reason. The Orb of St. Basmus. St. Basmus was considered a brilliant mind among the Hammerite order of the city in his earlier years. A master of theological epistemology and eschatology, he shaped much of the thinking of the prophets of his generation. Basmus has regrettably begun a slow decline in his later years, when he had begun having visions of steam-powered machinery in an orb of unknown origin, and reading the works of Sir Browin heavily. This prompted much discussion among the younger brethren of his day regarding the traditional way of the hammer versus a new or broader way involving cogs, gears, etc. Basmus was generally tolerated from the point forward by his peers and eventually buried in the old mausoleum as a symbol of the city order's unease with his visions. You should find the aforementioned orb entombed with his remains. There is no information regarding the function of the orb or its use by anyone else. The Urn of Crispus. The golden urn contains the remains of Basmus' disciple, Brother Crispus. Crispus was incinerated in a mishap involving his own experimentation with steam-powered cooking apparatus based on Basmus' own plans. The Crystal of Fire, kept for some time as a charm in the small chapel in the old quarter until it was discovered to be of the pagan origin. It should have been destroyed long ago, but was donated by a rather benevolent supporter of the chapel, and so was stored with these other questionable items. The Urn of Pendleton. Pendleton had no interactions with Basmus, but was well known in his time for fostering the acceptance of modern art within the Hammerite order and its structures. Though Pendleton died at a young age, he himself was known among the order as a master painter, sculptor, and potter. Upon further reflection, the leadership of his day maligned these pursuits as frivolous, and his corpse exhumed and removed to the mausoleum, along with two of his much imitated urns that guarded his previous burial site in the city. One smaller craft center remains today in the market district of the city, if only for its lucrative income. This, along with the urns, is all that remains of his legacy. The icon of Saint Kendall, a small statue used in the bludgeoning murder of Saint Kendall. Kendall himself is buried in the mausoleum along with a small likeness. I hope these notes will assist you, and again, I apologize for my delay in retrieving this information for you. Mausoleum map. So I guess, that is going to be my main mission. Retrieve the orb to ingratiate myself with Cavador so that he helps me take down the Freeport traders. Okay. This goes out into the streets. So, do I have anything else to do? Make it back onto the streets. No, so will the mission just end if I step out? Oh, not outright, because there's still a bit of space around here that seems to be unexplored by me. Okay, this just goes back to the cathedral.
Sunnyport, ha! By the builder, the sun is surely frightened away by the greed and avarice of these beggarly shopkeepers.
I just want to check if I haven't missed anything interesting. But I guess I don't think so, because this goes back to the cathedral as well. I guess this is just another sort of bit of the street. Although what I'm kind of curious about is how does it link with that other part? Because seemingly I couldn't access that before. Oh, okay, I get it. This is the other side of the wall that ended in that little alley, and the front gate of the cathedral is that way. Okay, so there is nothing else left to really explore, so I can just walk in here and just step out. Like, I have the cathedral key, so I can literally just open the front door. Okay, I found a decent amount of loot, and there was no secrets. Okay, so let's just continue.
These Hammerites, from what I can tell, are extremely fanatical and just as hypocritical. Apparently, these self-righteous gasbags are losing their foothold in the city. They seem to have quite a hold on Sunnyport, but I get the sense they're worried that what's happening in the city could happen here. They decided to store all of their precious junk where no sane person would like to look. In an old, abandoned mausoleum just outside of town. Out of sight, out of mind, as they say. However, the plan seems to be backfiring on them. Cavador dispatched Bishop Onum and some of his cronies a few weeks ago to try to find this orb of Saint Basmus, and none of them have returned. It sounds like the place has become too fraught with undead for a head-on assault. I guess I can't blame them for trying. The Hammers believe the orb, if properly used, might give them power to overcome these mechanists and their machines. At least, that's the excuse that Cavador seems to have fed to Onum. Given that these two seem to be suspicious of one another, I wouldn't be surprised if the story was bogus. But that doesn't change the fact that I need to make it down there myself if I'm going to get the orb. If I can snag it, I should be able to use it to attract the Hammers to the smugglers without attracting attention to myself. I have to get in there quickly, and get out even more quickly. Else I might end up like Onum and the others.
Down among the dead men, find Brother Onum or what's left of him, and see if you can gain any useful information from him Recover the orb of St. Basmus to aid in the framing of the smugglers. The dead have no need of their valuables. Grab 900 in loot. You remember the note in Cathedral Library mentioning that they were also storing some kind of elemental crystal there as well. See if you can find it. Escape the mausoleum and get back to the caves where you started. Now undead I can just ordinarily kill, so I will actually buy a couple of those. Okay, the map really isn't that detailed. That's a relatively fresh head. Let's see if I can... Like, what are my chances with a sword? Oh, they can dodge? Actually, kind of impressive. Okay, but the problem I have is I seem to remember... I seem to remember that they stand up after a time. And I'm not sure if I have to, like, incinerate them to stop it. I was hoping I might be able to cut off his leg, which would rather hamper him. But let's just leave him for now. Yeah, that's an absolute travesty of targeting. And besides, that strategy I don't think is going to last, because there seems to be quite a few of those barracks. Long do I wait for the return of the party led by Brother Onum. I fear that things bode ill, and waiting here guarding the entrance has taken its toll on me. We managed to restore some power to the ancient temple, however the foul undead seem to short the lights constantly. A crystal of evil enchantments, which we expected to find in the crypt, was discovered laying in the old cemetery. The undead did flee its shining power, but Brother Onam thought it was best to leave the unholy shard in one of those graveyard crypts. Despite its usefulness against these abominations, the weapons of the builder are true and sure, and he does not need the aid of pagan sorcery to protect us. The others have descended into the depths below to seek the orb of St. Basmus. The darkness of this unholy place seeps into my very skin. Okay, seemingly I can stun lock it. It's faster than me though, so it will be back. That's a bit of a problem.
Someone could use a bath.
Sure as hell didn't remember that zombies can puke at me. Okay, that's one of the berries down. Okay, I guess let's explore this first. Is there something in the depths? So if no, then what's even the point? I guess just an overview. This is...
Someone could use a bath.
Overall, this is definitely giving me Down in the Bone Horde vibes from Thief 1. Which is not necessarily a pleasant feeling. Because rather infamously, I got pretty lost there when I played. Is that a Hammerite ghost? It is, but it doesn't seem to be hostile.
Huh?
Okay, so it's an elevator that descends down. Temple of the Light, prayers and hymns of radiance. Builder, keep the dark at bay, stroke the fire till light of day. Evil grows in the trickster's night. Begone undead, we will thee fight. What? That's a ghost of a book. That doesn't seem to make much sense to me. Okay, to be honest, I shouldn't have done that. Because that goes even deeper, and obviously I did want to check out the graveyard, especially seeing how there's supposed to be that crystal. Also, if only there were wooden support beams, I could have used a rope arrow to get up there.
Please, I beg of you, think of my wife and child. I'm innocent. Please, no.
As decreed by Lord Mausoleus. Off with his head!
Mausoleus? Who's that? What's the practical point of this rope? Because by all accounts it seems to be nothing. Dead Man's Gully. Torture chamber. Okay, so I guess I haven't found the crystal anyway, but I need to find it to end the mission, so worst case scenario, I'll just be back.
If I cannot have you, none shall.
Can zombies open doors? That is a question for the ages. That's a hammerite head.
I doubt they'll be needing this stuff anytime soon. I think I'll borrow a few pieces.
What even is that? Okay, so this goes down from the church, I'm pretty sure. Is that an oven? Like a crematorium or something? kind of screwed. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Okay, so I guess this is a crematorium oven. Okay. Oh. Okay, I very nearly killed myself. In one of the most stupid ways.
Oh,
Come on. Oh, okay, that's not what I wanted to do, actually. No! No! Okay, This is... My god. Okay, this is actually hilarious. Oh my god. This is hilarious and annoying at the same time, because I've literally saved while dead. Because I misclicked. I was supposed to click load and I clicked saved. And you know what the funniest thing is? My manual save is at the very beginning of the level. Oh god. Okay, I will start from the beginning next time. I'm not sure whether I'll do it off screen and get roughly to the same place or just redo it. I'll decide, but for now I had enough, I guess. God. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.